Now in this video we'll see what are the rules we have to follow to give name for branched chain alkanes. In last video we have seen what are the alkyl groups existing as a branched chain. Now to give name for such type of branched chain alkanes we have to follow set of rules. So now I am going to explain such rules in this video. See here, first point, while giving IUPAC name of this branched chain alkane, the first point what we want to follow is we have to choose a longest carbon chain in the molecule is to be identified. Longest carbon chain in the molecule is identified. Now this is the organic molecule. Just consider this as first organic compound. So in this organic molecule, first we want to find out the longest carbon chain. That means it should cover maximum carbon atoms which are connected. Joining should be present. There should be no cut between them. So there should be joining, and that longest carbon chain is selected as a parent chain. Okay, now this whatever the numbers I have represent, that has to be taken as parent chain. Okay, now parent chain is selected, or longest carbon chain. Are they connected? First is connected to second, second is connected to third, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9. Continuously they are connected. Or else you can take from this end to this end. 1 is connected to 2, 2 is connected to this one, and there is no connection between this and this. So this will give only a chain with only 3 carbons. And there is one more chance. If you take from here to here, here to here, this is also another end. 1, 2, connection to the third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Sixth is connected to this, and this is connected to only one more. 6, 7, 8. Only 8 it will give. So this is not the longest chain. And one more possibility is there, that is the straight chain. In this straight chain, all the 9 carbon atoms are connected continuously. So it has to be taken as parent chain. Understand? So first step is to select the longest carbon chain. Now in the second molecule. So in the second molecule, not in the second molecule, the first molecule only I have written here in this numbering. Okay, that means here I have chosen this as parent chain. Okay, if you take this connected carbons as parent chain, how many carbons it has connected? Only 8 continuously. There is no connection between these two. You may get it out. So from here to here, why don't we connect along with this? Means there should be no 2 connections, only 1. Continuously it should be present. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is connected to 7, 8. Here it is giving only the longest carbon chain with 8 carbons, and it is giving totally longest carbon chain with 6 carbons. So it is the correct way to select the parent chain, and this is not to be selected as parent chain. Second one is not connected. Okay, so first point what we have to follow to give name for branched chain alkane is longest carbon chain we have to pick. Next, second point, move on to the second point. The second point is that the numbering is done in such a way that the branched carbon atoms get lowest possible number. Here what we want to do, we want to give numbering for the longest carbon chain. Okay, from left to right we can give, or right to left we can give. This is left to you and this is right. From this left end to right end, or right end to left end we can give. But while giving in this way, the branches, whatever branches are present, such branched carbon should get the lowest possible number. If you give in this manner, 1, 2, from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So branch is present on which carbon? Second carbon. And here one more branch is present, that is on 6th carbon. Okay, now branches are containing at which carbons? Second and 6th carbons, in this manner. If you give numbering from this right to left, okay, right to left, 1, 2, 3 at 4th carbons, 4th carbon side chain, this is side chain is present, and another side chain is present at 8th carbon. Okay, now in this manner of giving numbering, side chains are present at 4th carbon and 8th carbon. Now Is this maximum possibility than this? Yes, exactly. While giving numbering of the carbon chain, the branched carbons, these two are the branched carbons, they should get the lowest possible number. This is lowest possible number than this. So we should not take in this manner. Here it is giving the highest possible value. So while giving numbering to the organic compound, either we can give from right to left or left to right, or one end to another end, okay, to that parent chain. In that case, always we want to give numbering in such a way that branched carbon should get the lowest possible numbers. Clear? That is second step. First step is to choosing of longest carbon chain. Second step, numbering of the chain to get lowest possible number for the branched carbons. These two are the branched carbons. Clear? Now move on to the third one. In this third point, naming of substituents. If any substituent, all alkyl groups are examples of substituents only, because we are studying about branched chain alkyls. So that naming of substituents is the third step. If different alkyl groups are present, this is one type of alkyl group and this is another type of alkyl group. Here only one carbon is present, so it is methyl. Here two carbons are even hydrogen we want to write, but here I didn't mention. Okay, here two carbons are present, so it is known as ethyl group. That means these two are different with each other. If two different alkyl groups are present, they are listed in alphabetical order. Okay, you may get a doubt how we want to give name for such type of two different alkyl group containing organic compound. So we have to follow just alphabetical order. Okay, in alphabetical order, whatever the first letter of that group comes. Okay, for example, here it is ethyl group because two carbons are present, and this is methyl group because it contains only one carbon. It starts with which letter? M. It starts with E. Okay, so which comes first according to alphabetical order? Ethyl. So first we want to represent this. Now is it a substituent? Exactly, it is a substituent. For these branched chain alkanes, we have to follow three words to give name. First we want to use word root. That is compulsory. Okay, to represent this carbon chain, plus primary suffix that represent about the nature of bond, that is ane. Okay, plus primary prefix. Why we need to use this primary prefix? Because alkyl substituents are present. Okay, alkyl substituents are present. So these three words are must and should while giving name for branched chain compound. Word root, primary suffix, primary prefix. These two are common even in the case of straight chain. Here one more word is added, that is primary prefix, to indicate about the substituent. What are substituents present here? Alkyl group. Now here, while writing the name of this alkyl group, if two different are present, you may get a confusion. Which one among these two we have to mention as prefix? So here we can represent them according to alphabetical order. That is the third rule. Naming of substituents. Now if different alkyl groups are present, they are they are listed according to alphabetical order for the above compound. Okay, now this is not correct way of taking numbering. This is the correct way. Here ethyl group is present. At which carbon? Sixth carbon. At second carbon, methyl group is present. First we want to write 6 ethyl. Okay, at sixth carbon, even position we have to mention at which carbon it is present. It is present at sixth carbon. So 6 ethyl. At second carbon, methyl is present. 2 methyl. First we have to represent this, followed by methyl. Okay, that is what I have written here. 6 ethyl, 2 methyl. Oh, prefix is completed now. Next, what we have to add to that? Word root. What is word root for the 9 carbons? With the 9 carbons, word root is none. Okay, plus primary suffix. What does it indicate? Ane. That is nonane. Nonane. To this nonane, 6 methyl and 6 ethyl, 2 methyl is attached. So complete name of this compound is 6 ethyl, 2 methyl and word root non plus ane. 6 ethyl, 2 methyl, nonane. That's it. Third rule, if different alkyl groups are present as substituent while representing them as prefix, we need to follow alphabetical order. That's it. And here you want to note one point, the numbers are separated from the groups. Okay, groups by hyphen. So here I have represented hyphens. Where I have represented only between the letter and word, number and word. So if the number is present in between the word, it has to be separated by the hyphen. Here also number is present and after that word is coming, so it has to be separated by hyphen. And there is no break between the methyl and nonane. So I didn't represent any hyphen between methyl and nonane because it is the name, complete word. So need not to represent by using hyphen. First rule is to choose the longest carbon chain. So next we want to give numbering for the longest carbon chain to get lowest possible number for the substituent containing carbons. And after that, if different alkyl groups are present, they have to be named according to alphabetical order. Now fourth rule. In this fourth rule, if two or more identical substituent groups are present, if two or more identical means similar or same substituents are present, then the numbers are separated by commas. The numbers are separated by commas. The names of identical substituents are not repeated. Okay, this substituent name we should not repeat. We want to represent their numbers, that is position, by separating them by using commas. That's it. If two same substituents are present, then we want to use the prefix as di. If two same substituents, suppose methyl, two are present, then that is dimethyl. If ethyls, two are present in a compound, that is indicated by the prefix di. Di indicates presence of two identical group. Tri indicates presence of three identical group. Tetra indicates presence of four identical group. If five identical groups are present, that is indicated by the prefix penta, and so on, like that we can use. Okay, now fourth point is completely related to identical substituent. If more than one identical substituent is present, again and again need not to write. We have to represent before that identical substituent its prefixes. If two are present di, three are present tri, four are present tetra, five substituents, identical substituent are present, then it is given as penta. In that manner we can give, understand? While writing the names of substituents, okay, in alphabetical order, these prefixes however not considered. If two methyls are present, how we can write dimethyl? Okay, in the same compound, just imagine if triethyl group is present. Tri means three ethyl groups are present. While writing its name in the prefix, we should not consider these two letters. Okay, we want to consider the first letter of alkyl group. Okay, that is methyl and ethyl. Among these two, which comes first? Ethyl. So first we want to write its name followed by this. If you consider these two, di and tri, among these two which comes first? D. So you'll write this. So by taking this alphabetical order, we should not write its name. Always we want to consider alkyl group first letter to give name for organic compound if it repeats. Now see this example. In this case, a carbon chain is present with the side chain. So this longest carbon chain I am taking as parent chain. It is covering 5 carbons. If you take this 1, 2, 3. If you take this 1, 2, 3. This end to this end. If you take from here to here, it covers 5. That is also we can take, or from here to here also it covers 5. Now I have taken this as parent chain. These two are not involved, so this becomes substituents. Okay, are they same type of substituents? Yes. Then we want to represent them as prefix. They are present at which positions? Second carbon and fourth carbon. What are these two alkyl groups? Methyl. This is methyl, it is methyl. So they are present at second and fourth carbon. So it has to be written as 2, 4. 2, 4. How many methyls are present? 2. So dimethyl. We are using here prefix as methyl. 2, 4 dimethyl. And how many? This is about primary prefix till here. And after that what we have to use? Word root. That is total number of carbons. How many are present? 5. So pent plus suffix is ane. That's it. 2,4 dimethyl pentane. Okay, that is about the name of this compound. Now here I am taking one more compound, and in this case this is the parent chain covering 5 longest carbon chains. Okay, and these 3 are not involved in parent chain, so they are taken as substituents. How many are present? 3. All the 3 are same. This is methyl, this is methyl, this is methyl. These 2 methyls are present at second carbon, this is present at fourth carbon. Okay, now 2, 3 are present at 2 positions. 2, 2. Why 2 times I have written? On the second carbon 2 methyl groups are present. So 2, 2 and fourth carbon only 1 is present. 4 tri indicates 1, 2, 3 methyl groups. Trimethyl, and pent indicates total number of 5 carbon atoms. Okay, pentane. That's it. 2, 2, 4 trimethyl pentane. That's it. Okay, now this one CH3 CH2, and for this compound we will take this as parent chain, which covers maximum of 7 carbons. This is substituent and this is substituent, even this is substituent. Is this different from these two? Yes, exactly. So this is ethyl group, this is methyl group, this is methyl group. It starts with which letter? M. It starts with M. It starts with E. Among these two, which comes first? Ethyl group. That is located at which carbon? Third carbon. So 3 ethyl. I have written here 3 ethyl. Only one ethyl group is present at side chain. So 3 ethyl. And how many methyl groups are present? 2. At which carbon? Fourth carbon. 3 ethyl, 4, 4 dimethyl. On the same carbon 2 methyl groups are present. So number is repeated. 4, 4 dimethyl. Due to containing 7 carbons, word root is hept. And single bonds are present, so suffix is ane. That's it. Okay, if 2 different substituents are present, they have to be mentioned according to alphabetical order. Among ethyl and methyl, ethyl comes first. So 3 ethyl, 4, 4 dimethyl heptane. That's it. Okay, next, fifth rule. If the 2 substituents are found in equivalent position, in the sense at the same positions. If 2 different substituents are found at the equivalent position, the lowest numbering given to one coming first in the alphabetical order. See, for this parent chain, for this organic compound, this is the parent chain. Totally how many carbons are present? 8. If you give numbering from the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Substituents are present at 6th position and 3rd position. If you are giving from right to left side numbering, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even here substituents are present at 3rd and 6th position. And here you may get a doubt. If these two are present, no problem. Either of the side we can give. But these two substituents are different with each other. So that here you may get a doubt from which side we have to take this parent chain. Okay. So that should be now based on alphabetical order. What is the substituent? This one, ethyl, starts with E. Ethyl substituent. And this is methyl substituent. In alphabetical order, which comes first? E. So this ethyl group containing carbon should get the lowest numbering. Okay, if 2 substituents are present at the equivalent position from both the sides, then lower number is given to the one coming first according to alphabetical order. We should not give this numbering. We have to give this numbering because according to alphabetical order, this comes the first, and to that group we have to give the lowest numbering. Okay, this is the correct manner. That is the 5th rule. Now we'll see the 6th rule. Okay, so the branched alkyl groups can be named. The branched alkyl groups can be named by following the above mentioned procedure. Whatever alkyl groups are present, by following the 5 rules we can give name. However, the carbon atoms of the branch that attach to the root alkane. Okay, however, the carbon atoms of the branch that attaches to the root alkane, The name of such branched chain alkyl is placed as parenthesis. Parenthesis is nothing but brackets. All this matter is need not to by heart. You just understand and just write the IUPAC name. So this name is most important. That's it. All these points they won't ask for exam. Okay, this is not for exam purpose. Only to understand. If any alkyl group is present which is already with the branch, so then it has to be mentioned by parenthesis, that is brackets. Okay, see directly I am taking one of the examples. See, this is the compound which is containing branch. This is attached to the parent chain now. Okay, still it is containing two more branches. Understand? So this is already branch. On this branch again two branches are present. Here I have mentioned with one bond. This bond is connected to parent chain. Okay, on this parent chain this is alkyl. That is, this is substituent. On this substituent still few more substituents are present. In that case such type of alkyl group should be placed on parenthesis. Okay, now on this alkyl group at first and third position I have given numbering. Why I have started from this side? Because this is the carbon which is attached to parent chain. This is the carbon which is attached to parent chain. So that this has to be given first number. We should not give from this side. Okay, this carbon is attached to parent chain, so it has to be given number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these two substituents are present at first and third carbon. So 1, 3. What are the substituent? Methyl. How many are present? 3. 1, 3 dimethyl, and 4 carbons are present. What is its IUPAC name? Butyl. Okay, butyl, because it is also side chain. It is also branch. On this branch again branches are present. These two are branches. So again it should end with the suffix "-yl". 1, 3 dimethyl. This dimethyl is present on butyl. Okay. Now this complete word should be written in the parenthesis. Understand? While writing these names, if prefixes iso, neo are present. Okay, prefixes iso, neo are present. They have to be considered while following alphabetical order. So these are nothing but iso, neo. Already I have given. So for propyl, neo and iso, that means this pentyl, 5 carbons are not in straight chain, so that it has to be given as neopentyl. While following alphabetical order, here we should not follow this. We have to follow this letter only in case of iso and neo. If secondary and tertiary are present, in this case we should not take these two for selecting alphabetical order. We have to follow butyl and pentyl hexyl. Understand? I am repeating once again. If iso and neo prefixes are present, while selecting or while giving numbering according to alphabetical order, we have to consider the first letters of prefix, but not the first letters of alkyl group. Okay. If secondary or tertiary are present, we have to follow first letters of alkyl group to give name according to alphabetical order, but not the first letters of prefixes. Don't confuse. While solving examples, it will be very easy for you. Okay. Now that is about that. Now we'll see if there happens to be two chains of equal size, then that chain is to be selected which contains more number of side chains. Sometimes from both the sides it is giving same number of carbon atoms while selecting longest carbon chain. In that case we want to select the parent chain which covers maximum number of side chains, more number of side chains. Okay, like that we have to select the parent chain. After selection of chain, numbering is to be done from end closure to the substituent. Now see this example. Okay, see this example. So here I have taken this as parent chain. Okay, from here to there. So there is a chance to take from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This straight chain can give longest carbon chain, that is 10. If you start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Even from here to here also it is covering 10 carbon atoms. But I didn't take this as parent chain. I have taken this as parent chain because it is covering maximum number of substituents. Okay, this is not included in the parent chain. So this is first substituent. Even it is not included in the parent chain. Second one, and this is third one. How many substituents are covered? 1, 2, 3. Understand? If you take this as parent chain, it covers only one substituent, that is this one. So that while choosing a parent chain, if both the sides it is getting the same number of longest carbon chain, select a parent chain which covers maximum number of substituent. If you take longest carbon chain, it gives only one substituent. If you take longest carbon chain from here to here, this group is not connected, this group is not connected, and this group is not connected, that becomes the longest carbon chain. Understand? Now we'll see how to give name for this compound. So on which carbons, whatever the substituents present, you just round off first. On third carbon, substituent is present. Even on fifth carbon, substituent is present. Okay, on third carbon 2 substituents, on fifth carbon 1 substituent. So first see what are the substituents present there. What are the substituents present there? See, this is the substituent present here. On this side chain, again side chain is present. Again side chain is present. Where it is present? At second carbon. Okay, what is that substituent at second carbon? Ethyl. Now ethyl is present on butyl. Is this butyl group with 4 carbons? Yes, it is butyl. On butyl, second position is with ethyl. Now this butyl, total butyl group is present at which carbon? Fifth carbon of parent chain. This is exact parent chain. Don't confuse, listen carefully. This is exact parent chain. Okay, on this exact parent chain, third carbon is with methyl group, fifth carbon is with the butyl with ethyl as a side chain. Okay, now ethyl is present at second carbon on butyl. So this comes first according to alphabetical order than methyl. It starts with methyl, it starts with butyl. Which comes first? Butyl. So I have written here first that one. So this butyl group is present at which carbon? Fifth carbon. Okay, to this butyl again one more substituent ethyl is present at second carbon. Okay, first I have represented this position of butyl, fifth. Okay, butyl is present at fifth position. On this butyl, second carbon is with ethyl, 2 ethyl, 2 ethyl, ethyl is present on butyl. So this total group is present at fifth carbon of parent chain. Okay, so that it should not be represented in the parenthesis. It should be present outside the parenthesis, that is brackets, outside the brackets. So on fifth carbon of this parent chain contains 2 ethyl butyl and 3,3 dimethyl. Here you may get a doubt why we don't represent this methyl in parenthesis, because this methyl does not contain any side chain. Okay, in this ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೈಡ್ ಚೈನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಸೈಡ್ ಚೈನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇರೋದೇ ಒಂದೇ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಡೈಮಿಥೈಲ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, at fifth carbon of decane, is this decane? With the 10 carbons it has to be taken as decane. At fifth carbon 2 ethyl butyl is present. Okay, at third carbons of this decane methyls are present, so dimethyl 3,3. only number is repeated because these two are identical, present on same number. Understand? So that is about the name of that compound, and we should not write its name like this. Okay, like this we should not represent. This is wrong way, this is the correct way. And this is another example. Okay, so here I have taken this as parent chain which is covering 10 carbons, and on fourth carbon one substituent is present, on fifth carbon one more is present, okay, on fifth carbon one more is present. Now we want to give its name. What is word root? Decane. Dec plus n, decane. Substituents we have to mention before the word root. So what is this substituent? This is iso. Okay, this is isopropyl. Why it is isopropyl? CH on CH, CH3 two times are present. Two times. CH3, CH3. Now this carbon is attached to fourth carbon. On the CH, this kind of CH3 groups 2 are present. So I have condensed and written as taken twice. CH. Okay. So now this is iso group. How many carbons are present? 1, 2, 3. So it is isopropyl. Okay, this is isopropyl. And at fifth carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are present, where second carbon is attached to the parent chain. So it has to be taken as secondary butyl. 3, 4 carbons idre butyl ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. Okay, this is secondary butyl. On this no side chain, on this no side chain. So 5 and fifth position secondary butyl. So 5 secondary butyl, 4 isopropyl decane. Why iso has to be written later? Because it is containing I. This I comes later after the B in alphabetical order. First B comes. If secondary and tertiary are present, we should not take this. We have to take the first letter of alkyl group. Okay, at fifth carbon atom, secondary butyl is present. This is butyl. At second carbon is attached, so that secondary butyl. Okay, 5 secondary butyl, 4 isopropyl decane. Why it is decane? Due to containing 10 carbon atoms. Okay, now this is another example. This is the parent chain. Now this is the substituent. Total number of carbon atoms present in parent chain are 9. So it is named as known and having the suffix as ane due to containing single bond. Now we want to write this prefix, that is word before the word root. Now this represent about the prefix. Okay, this carbon attached to the parent chain carbon. So this has to be taken as parent chain of substituent. On this substituent, still substituents are present. What are the substituents present here? Methyl. They are present at which carbon? Second carbon of propyl. Is this propyl? How can you say it is propyl? 3 carbons are present. On this propyl, second carbon is attached with 2 methyl groups. Present with 2 methyl groups. 2, 2 dimethyl propyl. It is present on fifth carbon of nonane. So first write 5 because it is present at fifth. Okay, 2, 2 dimethyl propyl. Nonane. That is what I have written here. At fifth position, 2, 2 dimethyl propyl group is attached. That has to be written in parenthesis. Why? Because this substituent is still more containing side chains. So that 5, 2, 2 dimethyl propyl nonane. Understand? Okay, that is about the IUPAC nomenclature of straight chain alkanes or branched chain alkanes. If branches are present, only alkyl groups are present, that has to be given names according to IUPAC system. Clear? I think you are clear with the video. If you still have any doubts, you just revise once again this video. So wherever you will get a doubt, pause the video and check once again. Still, if you have any doubt related to the topic, you can ask me in the Zoom meeting. Okay, this is very important topic, little confusing topic. If you understand the point, need not to worry. So they don't ask you about to write the rules of this organic compounds nomenclature. Only they'll give name. So they will give the compound. You have to write this name. To write this name, you want to know all the 6 points. Okay, if you understand all the 6 points, it becomes very much easy to write its organic compound name. Okay, hope you will understand this video. Still, if you get any doubt related to the video, ask me in the Zoom meeting. Thank you.